Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to start this video by thanking ERGO for inviting me to co-host this event. Unfortunately, today I had other commitments that did not allow me to be there with you. I am therefore sharing some thoughts via this video message. I believe the topic of this conference is extremely important, especially now. We all have heard about the Aquarius being denied access to Malta and Italy, and the hateful words of the Italian Minister of Interior Affairs with regards to Roma and Sinti minorities. And we are all aware of what is happening in the United States lately. I am very distressed and deeply concerned by this rise of intolerance and racism. Now, more than ever, we need to be committed to human rights and to solidarity towards people in need. In this, NGOs are the front runners, often represent the first point of contact on the ground and play a key role in awareness raising, in fighting against racism and discrimination, and in representing the interests of people in courts or before governmental, European or international institutions or organizations. I would like now to touch briefly upon the situation of the NGOs in the Central and Eastern European region. As most of you probably know, NGOs in Hungary have been working under deteriorating conditions in the last couple of years. The Hungarian government's position is clear. They want NGOs to stay away from any political activity, as they believe that the right to engage in public discussion and political issues is reserved for those who share the extremist views of the government. Last week, the Hungarian parliament accepted the Stop Soros legislative package, which makes it even harder for NGOs to create a strong, lively civil society, as it plans to register, penalize NGOs and possibly imprison people it deems to be supporting what they call illegal immigration. Roma NGOs, which are already in a difficult situation, are also gravely affected by the new legislation. Many of them are suffering not only from the hostile political environment, but as well as from the lack of funding. Ever since the attacks against the Open Society Foundation, which was one of the biggest financial supporters of Hungarian Roma NGOs, the decrease in funding is clearly visible and caused the shutdown of several extraordinary Roma NGOs, such as the Chance for Children Foundation, the Roma Press Center, Roma Versitas, which promoted Roma education, and NECI, which provided legal service for ethnic minorities. This is exactly the reason why remaining NGOs should receive the much-needed attention and support we can provide to assist them in their valuable work on Roma issues. Watchdog organizations stand as milestones for democracies, and Roma NGOs are of special importance as they are aiming to protect a targeted minority. Given the current societal challenges and political climate, I welcome the criteria developed by ERGO and its member organizations. In particular, I found especially meaningful the call for equal partnership with institutions, for a better connection with the grassroots level, and for the greater sustainability of NGOs. I would also like to stress once again the importance of funding. I believe that, given the importance of their role and the magnitude of their undertaking, all NGOs should have access to proper funding in order to be able to fulfill their duties as watchdog organizations. As you might have noticed, this topic is particularly dear to me as Hungarian citizen and MEP. We should empower NGOs so that they are able to continue doing good work on the ground. But not only in and not only for Hungary. Almost forgotten shadows of the past started to re-emerge recently. Politics globally tends to have a face which we hope to leave behind forever decades ago. Now, it's really time not to step back, but strengthening the voice of the most vulnerable, the most disadvantaged fellow humans, the voice of democracy and a voice of humanism. I thank you for your attention and I wish you a fruitful discussion.